Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play Minecraft. So I got 4 steam turbines, 32 here with 4 times tin cable, so I can do the 4 amps. This here is the transformer. So I figured out that you need to use a rubber mallet, and it even says on the description to up it. So basically what we want to do is, since this is facing this way, this is actually how we kind of want to do it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to right click it, and it'll show in 32 volts 4 amps and out 128 volts 1 amp. So basically the idea is now it flips around here, and then you've got your 4 coming out, 4 coming in, sorry, and 1 coming out. So if you hit this again, you can see the graphic change. You can see the thing here. The graphic should be, it takes a second or two or more for it to go. There you go. So you can see it's kind of a one solid piece, and on this side it has like a 4 design, like see 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you hit it one more time, see how it has 4 and a heart kind of looking here? And on this side it shows like a 1 circle. Well, now you're going to see this side again, and it'll be, oh sorry, that already happened. Yeah, and then on this side you can see it's like 4 squares. So it's pretty simple. So what we have to do is find a way, because remember when you place this down it's going to flip. So we're going to have to find a way to kind of do that. So we're going to put it under this machine here. So what you're going to probably want to do is we're going to throw this out of our inventory for a second and flip these around, and we're going to probably do something like this sort of idea. So we can go like this, and we're going to have to do one closer, and then hopefully that's enough to kind of, nope. So I know you're supposed to be able to flip these around, but I don't think I've ever actually seen these flip around. So what we're going to have to do is just break this one then instead, and we can go here, and we'll throw you out of the inventory, and then we'll flip you there. Good. And then what we'll do is we'll hit you with a hammer, and then we're going to have to get unstuck here. And then we should be able to put these pieces in. Now, we're missing one of these, aren't we? Oh, it's kind of floating. Okay, so you can see the 4 in there. So that's 4 amps in. And then you got this guy here, which we can then resolve by getting the copper cable touched to here and here. And there you go. So that's how you use the transformers. The hammer itself was just using rubber bars, which to make the rubber bars, you just use the solidifier and you use the ingot mold. Now keep in mind, I didn't actually get that mold, nor did that. It was just gifted to me from one of the quests, but later on we'll probably have to make it that way. So that is actually how you do it. And then there you go. The extruder should work, and that's it. And we should be literally able to make things like an LV head, or sorry, the hammer head and stuff like that, which we'll play around with in the episode later. So yeah, I wanted to show you that and get that one out of the road. Okay, so moving on. There was a few little things I wanted to do. There was a fluid extractor here, which need another small bronze pipe here. There you go. And these are just little things just to kind of get the quests out of the way and say I've done them. Yay, we've done them. So this is just like the item duct that we have made that we're using our processing the wood that goes into our system out there, but the fluid version uses the same servos and everything as well, so nothing special there. These transfer nodes are something somewhat special. These thinner than the thinnest of pancakes, small enough to fit between blocks, so I guess they're kind of magical in a sense. And hold button 4 when placing to reverse or push, whatever. I'm going to ignore all that, but basically these are a method of, I guess, being able to push or pull liquids and items in a different method. So that's pretty cool. I'll have to play around with that. It says, so transfer thinner. Hold for reverse placing. So I guess though a good way of testing this would be, let's say, an item cache, which I have one up here. I think a perfect example is something like our farm outside that we can try. So here you go. We got a basic cache here. We'll just try to see how this works. Now, I don't think the that mod over here that we have right now does the automatic output, but if it does, whatever. Ruining my fun. So I think the idea is then we can go here. So I don't think you have an export. Now you have JEI button, you have the play and pause, you have the always active, fluid containers. Oh, you have an output. Huh. So it might actually automatically push out, to be honest. hard to say. Only downside is now we can't pick this up because I think we're going to go through the hole here. Make a hole for this. Just for now. Then we can get back and forth. So let's see here. We need our crescent hammer. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll automatically output when, for example, something's pushed into the system, then it pushes out, kind of like not, you know, wasting a lot of performance issues normally. So that would be kind of smart on them to do such a thing. So let's go ahead, and put this on here anyways. Okay, it's on there? Okay. And then is the cache on me? Yeah, here it is. And then, yeah, so we either got that backwards or I don't know. Either way, I know this thing, I think it has its own output, so either way, we're kind of wasting our time, but I don't know how you get it back. It's just on there. We'll just leave that there and ignore it. Watch it, like, actually push-pull kind of thing now. Ugh. Anyways, you can see that thing was working. It doesn't really have much to it yet, but we'll get it bigger and better, and I'll make it multi-level, because remember, it does have a multi-story thing to it, but it was more like getting the next upgrade, right? So we can either say, I'll play around with these later on, but we can either way say they're done. So over here, we're going to go ahead and throw this diamond in here and turn this on. And we're going to get a piece of diamond dust from this, which is, thank you. And depending where you put the diamond dust, for example, if you put it up here, you get 9. If you put it here, you get 9, 9, 9. There you go. You put it over here, you get a small pile of diamond dust, so the smaller version of it, which is kind of needed because that's what we want to do for the... let's get rid of these. Boom, boom, boom. That's what we wanted to do with the basic cutting saw here. So we were looking at this before, and this is how you make the basic cutting saw. And then you go ahead, and we need a motor. Apparently I had a bunch of stuff in my inventory semi-planned, but apparently not the motor. And there you go. You got the basic cutting machine, which lets us do the next step, which we're going to go ahead and we're going to need water for this, keep in mind. So it doesn't matter where you put this, but you're going to want to keep water for it. So to do water, we're going to have to run back down here quickly. And we're going to get our pipe here, which we're going to probably need a couple. And then we should be able to just go like this. And then we should turn this one off, of course, extract, insert. And then one more to connect actually to the system, but it's not going to connect. And then that's when we need to use the wrench. You can't use that wrench, of course. But the crescent hammer, at least, does work that way. And then there you go. This will fill up. Kind of a Mickey Mouse way of doing it. What I'll probably do is just fix this later and just do it underneath and just, you know, at least not have it in the way. But for now, it works. So that's how you make the cutting saw, which we needed. I didn't realize I didn't patch this up, so let's just fix these guys up. I think it was 3 holes, 2 holes. Okay, so that's this cutting saw. Now let's compress some lapis here. Let's do 918 lapis, and we're gonna go ahead and compress that. We'll just use one of our compressors over here, save us some time. So this is how you compress lapis into lapis blocks, which you'll need. And I think before we had a recipe required one of them, and oh yeah, for the upgrade. Well, now I found another recipe that requires them, and it's a useful recipe, or item to have. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So if we take this and we throw it in the saw here, we should be able to go ahead and cut that. So there it is. It's working now. Excellent. And extruder, I think you need a special head for that, which we can just do with the whatever stuff. So there you go. And there you go. And I might just go quickly and grab this stuff anyways, just for fun. So we don't need this hammer anymore for sure. And let's get a chisel piece here. Chisel, chisel, chisel all the way. There we go. And good. And then we can get a casting. I'm thinking like a casting plate, but hell, where are all my casts? I've not used a cast in a very long time, I don't think. So it's like, where the heck would have I put it last? I mean, I had this casting. Ah, here it is. So once again, you can use this and go around and change it. So you need a hammerhead here. And I think it was like 32 or something you need for this cast. So we can go in here, throw this in here. And then as long as there's not enough power loss, like I know I have some space down there, so there might be some power loss. So hopefully this works. If it doesn't, it will slowly drain energy and not keep up. But we'll see how it goes. It looks like it should be able to just keep up, so... Oh, no, it's starting to fall energy. Yeah, so I have some loss going on with my cabling. So in the end, this might be better to just up the MV level, but I think machines still can progress in this version of CraigTech without like stalling and resetting or anything like that. So we'll just leave it as is. Okay, so over here, we have 18 Lapis plates, which is beautiful. And then we can just run over... Wow. Okay, we're not running over here. I swear I had a crafting table here one time. Okay, so we're going to go down here, and we're going to make this time in a bottle, which you're going to need a clock, which that's easy to see. And then we're going to make a lotus, which you can get right here. There you go. And we're going to go over here and get our time in the bottle. And our time in the bottle, if you hold it in your inventory, basically it stores a bit of time, and then you can accelerate tick-wise a machine by right-clicking it, and it uses some of its time to speed it up. And so yeah, it's useful for having it because over time it becomes very valuable and it can help speed up, you know, things like that, which is awesome. Okay, so time in a bottle done. We could say the steel hammerhead's probably done. We have this chunk analyzer, which I didn't bother getting the parts for it at first because my inventory was full, but then I realized, you know what, we should be able to do this anyway. So I know we had, oh darn, we'll have to click it and find it. I know we have some bars. There they are. So we get the 2 bars. And then it was like it needed a piece of smooth stone and a piece of dirt, I believe. Yeah, smooth stone and a piece of dirt. Just don't get all dirty on me. Okay, and that was for that part. And then this was the more unique one. So we've made this quartzite stuff a bunch of times over time. Nothing new there. 2 tin, 2 circuits. So 2... Oh, sorry, I should probably look what kind of... Oh, yeah, so the covered tin. So 2 tin... And then 2 circuits. Oh, wait, what circuits is that? Oh, that's the first one. I've never made one of these with this one, but that's cool. This is like an LV version. Yeah, this is the first time we've used it, so... Microwave, replicate... There's an LV replicator. Interesting. Okay, so we got that. And then, oh yeah, brass rods, which we do have some made, but they're up here. Okay. It's like, I don't know where they are, but I know we have them made. 1, 2, 3, 4... And then how are you doing? So here's the question. Will it hit 33 or is it going to fight? Yeah, it did. Okay, so 34. So this is going to take a very long time with its energy loss. It's a very slow recipe anyways. Like this is like a sickening kind of long of a recipe. It takes 480 seconds. With the lack of power, it's going to even take longer, but it does complete it. So we will get it. You know, objective-wise, it's done. Okay, so we went up there. I forgot what I even quite did. No, I keep writing. My OBS is overlapping sometimes, and I click it, and I like try to close it, and it's like, yeah, no thanks. I just did it again. Okay, OBS. There you go. So there you go. Yay, we've made our first emitter. No objective for emitters. And then we should be able to make our chunk analyzer, which I don't really know much about this chunk analyzer. Let's try it out. It looks cool. Oh, wow. Huh. That is actually... There's poop apparently under my lawn. That's really cool. So in this single chunk, it's saying that there's that much copper? How is that even possible? What block is that? Anyways, you know there's stuff under anyways with this thing. Even shows you how much bedrock. So every single one should have 256, right? Because right now bedrock is it's flat, right? So cool little item, anyways. I guess it could be useful. It's more like I don't care at this time, but there you go. We built it, and we could say we did it. So that is you know, a win-win in my situation. Steel hammer. I did not get the parts for this, but it looks pretty simple. So let's do that now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess it was to make the steel hammer. And, oh, it's 2 sticks. My mistake. And there we go. And I think this is an AoE, so let's go give it a try. I think that's what makes this kind of a pretty hammer, is basically it just offers the AoE. So, and it has a durability, of course, to it. 1,000. So I'm assuming you'll lose 9 durability when we hit the wall. Okay, yeah, you can see the thing there. Ooh, it's pretty fast, too. So that's kind of useful. And yeah, so it took 9 durability. You probably want to enchant it and things like that. Later on, it's probably useful, but right now, I prefer mining still with my thaumium hammer, so I'm not sure what to say there. It's just, sorry, my thaumium hammer is that badass, in my opinion, anyways. Okay. And then we can say we got that done. And then basically, enchanting table and some enchantment books. So if we look at the enchanting table, oh, you have to do luminous crafting. Well, enchanting book, you can make an enchanting book like this. You get Flim Flam, which is a horrible enchant, but that's how you get Flim Flam. And then you're going to have to do this, so you need obsidian here. 1, 2, 3. And then we can make this, this portion of it. So there you go. And 3 of these. Awesome. And then you need to do this here, which is going to be gold and a bookshelf. So we have all that for a bookshelf, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just make a big-ass bookshelf set up here. More than we'll ever need, probably, at this point, but whatever. Doesn't hurt. Oh, no! You son of a... I have a feeling you have to build the bookshelf in here or something silly. Let's see if this does it. What do you think? Saw? Sons of... nice people. You gotta watch out for this. These devs, they're always after you. They'll take everything away from you. Okay, so there's the bookshelves, and oh yes, yeah, so you got to do the enchanting part, which we were getting to, and then we got rudely distracted. So this would be a good time to show you Lotus. Hello, Lotus. So this is where Lotus becomes kind of useful. So you get your 4 enchants. There you go. So you get your 4 enchants, and then you go ahead and you put your book in here, and there you go. And there you go. Just make sure you can't shift click accidentally. And then you just keep doing this basically non-stop. It's a bit slow because, you know, the tedious process, but it's actually a pretty simple, fast method, honestly. There you go. Go. Might as well just do what we can here, and then we'll say that's good. And then off camera, I can work on that farm a bit more and build a bigger size thing, but that's what we got for now. There you go. Oops. Wait. Why? Oh. So we could do it in there, but you have to do the... I was doing a different hotkey, and it wasn't working out well. Anyway, it's probably better to do it this method. Just easier. There you go. There you go. Excellent. Okay, that's it. Okay, so let's go and we'll build this bookshelf. So don't forget before we begin. Oh yeah, look at this stuff. It's spawned a worm and stuff down there. Nasty stuff. We're going to get resonating. So what you want to do over time is wait till the thing disappears, which I don't know if it's disappeared yet. You want to wait for that core thing to disappear, and then the worm isn't really an issue. It spreads the stuff, but I don't think it spreads it, like it has a limit. But what the issue was, that tentacle thing that was there originally, which I think is gone now. It was really all your issues and problems. Yeah, it looks like it's gone now. So literally all you have to do is kill that thing and you're golden, really. Don't know if there's another one around here. I was just trying to use the tree as a thing. I think there was another one here. Ah, here it is. It's in a friggin' tree. Hello. But either way, we should be fine with that. I don't think it'll spread. Like, I don't think you'll see that go over there. And in fact, I'm going to leave it for a while just for that test. If it does, well, then we know we did naughty. And then maybe we have the use for that stuff anyways. I don't know. But as far as I know, it shouldn't spread more than what the worm is, like what there is there now. So we were going down here for the enchanting table. Hopefully we got it all. And, oh, look at that. There's some stuff in here. And, okay, so you're going to have to do this manually, unfortunately. Because it doesn't register the enchantment book. And then, there you go. So you got you, and then you got boom, boom, boom. And there you have it. Now we'll make our enchanting table. Ta-da! Okay. And then, oh, I should have left that there, but whatever. Then over here, I guess we could set up our enchanting table wherever you want, honestly. It doesn't really matter. I guess we'll set it somewhere around here. And, yeah, we'll just set it there. And then you put your magical wood around it, so there you go. And the corners do count, so keep that in mind. And yeah. There you go. And of course you can go too high as well, so that should work for enchanting. Now your enchanting, I don't know what the highest level is at this point. Can you put a rod in here for enchanting? No, but you could probably put this in for enchanting. There you go. So we can do at the 54. Because we need more enchanting tables, so we need a bit more. The highest you can do, like with non-hell infused whatever books, is I think 60. So, yeah, we can chain up to 60. It's decent to do that too, because if you put this in here, right? Sorry, if you put this in here, you want to have a better math, right? You want to get this to 60. Basically, it costs 2 Lapis to enchant instead, and 2 levels XP to enchant like level 30 items. So basically, you're saving... Oh, no, I think you still do level 30, don't you? Yeah, you still do level 30. Yeah. But I think it would cost you 2 XP versus 3 and 2 Lapis instead of 3 Lapis. So, sort of, you're saving yourself a bit of headache, and it makes you let you enchant a little bit more rapidly, which is pretty decently honest. Okay, so we could say we have finished you, and we understand you guys. I guess after that, let's get rid of you guys since you're right there right now. Let's see here. So let's check our leaderboard here. So look at that. We've hit finally rank 3 here. He's working really hard. He must have saw it because he's on. Yeah, he's the only guy on right now trying to compete against me. But whatever. I'm happy with what I've done today. So. Apparently a couple of these are actually giving us something. So Enchantment Book. Oh, there you go. You can put on Breaking 3 on your hammer. Some obsidian. Can't say no to some obsidian there. And then what else do we have on this page? Time in a bottle. So a magic bean. Awesome. And yeah, that's good. Okay, so... now that we have that, I was looking at this dynamic tank mod, and I was kind of quite interested in it. So it's iron plates, redstone alloy wiring here, which I have lots of it, and then it was steel plates and iron plates, and you can make these quite big, to be honest. So I was thinking, why don't we give it like a full go and just kind of go crazy here? Oh wow, that might be too many, but you know what? Let's live the life, okay? And then you need to make a valve. So a valve can be placed on the dynamic multi-block, allowing you fluids to be inserted and extracted via external piping. So the way I was thinking of doing this is basically, so you need an alloy smelter and a circuit. So we're going to need at least probably, 2 of these to make life somewhat decent. So 1, 2. So the way I was thinking of doing this is actually... Yes, you're right. 2 of those and 1 of those. Okay. Let's do the fast smelter, of course. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and there you go. So what I was actually thinking is building this outside and doing it underground, and I was thinking this could be for storage for XP. I also was thinking one of these could be used for steam backup as well, like a nice big huge steam tank that could be used just for pure, storage of steam. That can make make things a little more fun in that sense. So we have a few usages that we can get out of it. But, does it make 2 at once? I didn't realize that. Yes, it does. Okay. So you don't actually need more than that, but whatever. And there you go. So that's done. That's a dynamic tanks for you. And so if we go ahead and place these here, I can build just a small one. I think they're pretty flexible in what you can do with them anyways, but let's see what we can do here. So let's just do something simple here, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm just going to do a simple like 3x3 kind of thing. I think you would leave the center hollow, and then you can have a valve here and a valve here. And as far as I know, that should be it. And then this is a dynamic tank. Now, how do you see how much is in it and all that? I have no clue at all. I believe it can store 64 of something. So, and that's the maximum, like per block that you have. So I think when it gets wider, it can store more. I don't know exactly how that works, but there's a quest hand in here. So let's see what it says. Hold 16 buckets per block internal space. Even modest size tank can hold thousands of buckets for a small material investment. Okay, I feel like it's higher than that, but we'll go with what they're saying anyways. You can use glass. Sometimes glass ones show information or can show information, but no, they don't seem to have a gauge or anything like that. That's the weird thing. Mechanism engage. What is this thing? Gauge dropper. I have no clue. This is something different, I guess. It's for like putting a fluid in. That's weird, but yeah. So either way, I'll play around with this. This is more of an experiment off camera kind of thing to play with and just see how it works. But I just thought I'd make it. If I don't even use it right away, whatever. It's, later on in life, it doesn't matter. But it's more of a, we just have it, we're done with it, and yeah. Okay, moving on. We got a little bit more time here. I guess the last thing I could consider doing here is a drain and a shower head. So a drain here requires 9 iron bars. 9 iron bars is made out of our thing here, which we've done before. We get 9 of those, so 6 of those. Assembler is 3. So honestly, it doesn't make much of a difference if we do it ourselves or not. So yeah, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's get the other one we have somewhere here. Here we go. We had 2 of them. And then, yeah, so let's get these guys. And then you're putting them through compressor? Yeah. So we'll go over here and use this compressor again. There you go. And then there is a shower head, I guess. There it is. And the shower head, pretty easy. We can go ahead and grab at least one thing here. I think I already emptied this of my iron plates and all that. Yeah. Oh, I should have been quicker on that. But anyways, there you go. So this would be a horrible example since that has something in it. But a good example would have been some sort of tank, and you can store the fluids in it. We have a couple empty tanks in here. Capacity, so this should have nothing in it. So this would be a good example. So you put this on here, you jump on here, and then there you go. You deposit your XP. Yay, boring. Okay, now let's grab this, which is going to make this... Actually, let's grab a new one, because I can't stand that going up and down. Sounds dirty, doesn't it? So let's go ahead and get a new lever here, and boom, boom, oops, boom, and boom. Okay, and then what we're going to do with this is we're going to put... Oh, we never did the shower head yet. So 1, 2, 3 for the shower head. And there we go. And then so the shower head you can put on the side here, and you can use this and you can retrieve your XP back from it. So you can store your XP and then you can pull it out. Now it holds like 160 millibuckets, and I really didn't have much EXP. And as you know, like level 30, like the XP exponentially stores on you. So, you know, for example, level 60 might have the amount of level 30, 10 times or something like that. So like, exponentially gets denser. So that's where the dynamic tank might actually come into play there, which that would be really, really useful, honestly. So, so I would say we did pretty darn good there. So what I'm going to do is play around with some enchants. I might make some night vision potions if we're going to check out the nether. We want probably the night vision from the nether itself, but that requires nether warp. And if you make the elixir version of it, it also requires horsetail, spider eye, which isn't really hard at all, and a mooncap mushroom, which, well, that might be harder. Apparently a mushroom, maybe it's not that hard. But the problem with that one is it requires actually the upgraded version of the advanced, which is nether brick, which is netherrack. So, yeah, you're not going to be able to make that one right away anyways. But, so I'll look into making just like a basic night vision potion for the next episode, and that way we can, be able to do that. Maybe I'll get an enchanting as well. You can make a vision helmet. The vision helmet, it's not really expensive at this point. It's actually very simple ingredients here to make it, and then to make the rest is pretty easy. So maybe I'll even make that for, just at the intro when we make our portal, depending what I get. But anyways, thank you guys and girls so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and we'll see wonderful people next time. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.